Today we have a tutorial video of House of Danger. It's a choose your own adventure cooperative adventure game by Z-Man Games, the maker of such excellent games as Pandemic. Okay, so in this game, you're going to follow through chapters, make decisions, and see if you can solve the mystery. Hi, I'm Kevin Baker, and you're watching Shangri-La, my YouTube channel for tabletop board games, birding, and other educational videos. Please like and subscribe. Now, this copy of House of Danger will be added to the FlaMinGoCon library, so come out to FlaMinGoCon number 32, August 15th and 16th, 2026, at the Embassy Suites Hotel in West Palm Beach, Florida. 27 hours of board gaming. That's number 32, Bigger and Better, our first two-day board gaming convention. Tickets are on sale now. Okay, so you start off this game by actually looking at this is our first psychic premonition. So you look at the back of the board and you can see we've got somebody in what looks like a maid type outfit, but could be a dude. You've got green slime, maybe radioactive, and what looks like high school hallway lockers. You've got a swimming pool with a sword and the water swirling around. There's a nice orange frog in the pool. That could be glass, it could be ice. There's a greenhouse, a mansion. And over here, we've got a kitchen sink, a box, maybe a keyboard, a bicycle. Is that a girder? Who knows? We'll find out as we play House of Danger. Okay, so we're going to explore the story, make some choices, look at some clues, and we're going to advance on the psychic scale. Let's put this over here. And it comes in 5 chapters. We've got chapter 1, which is the grounds. Chapter 2 is the mansion. Chapter 3 is the rescue. Chapter 4 is the hideout. So we can put the chapter 5, the invasion. We'll put these aside. We also have clues. So these are the chapter 1 clues. So in the setup to the game, this goes here. The cover is always on top of the deck so that you can't see ahead. And so these are the chapter 1 clues. So they will go over here. There are also clues for all of the other chapters that will come into play later. You start off with your 2 items. You've got a pocket knife and a bottle of water. I live in Florida, very important to stay hydrated, especially if you're out on long hikes. You take your token here, that starts on 3 there. This starts on the lowest level 3 here, and you've got a die. So that is the starting setup. So the first thing you do is you take out the first start of chapter 1, which is the grounds. It is a Tuesday morning in late June. Well, that is actually true. Today is Tuesday when I'm recording this, and it's mid-June. And you wake up in a cold sweat. The nightmares came again last night. Even though you are an aspiring detective and psychic investigator, you haven't been able to make sense of the haunting dreams you've had these past few weeks. In your dreams, you keep seeing the same spooky house. You're still shivering under the covers when you hear the phone ring downstairs in your basement. Where you have your combination of office and research laboratory. You dash down to the lab to answer it. I need a week. A weak voice says when you pick up the receiver. I need your help. You hear a loud click and the phone goes dead. But you were prepared. While the caller was talking, you activated your high-speed telephone tracing device. It instantly displays the caller's number, 555-7259. You call back the number right away, but there's no answer. After consulting the tall stack of reverse phone books behind your desk, you are disappointed to learn the phone number is unlisted. You sense that the phone call is somehow related to your nightmares. Later, while at the Hedgebrook police station, to return a night scope you borrowed for a recent stakeout, you describe the mysterious call and go on to the next card. Okay, so that is correct. You're returning dreams to your friend, Sergeant Morrison. That call does sound strange, he says. We'll look into it. And about that house in your dreams, a voice says from the hallway, I wonder if you're dreaming about the Marsden house out on Hedgebrook Road. Detective Murphy sticks his mustached face into the room. Modern house, ornate gate, that sounds like the Marsden place all right, says Sergeant Morrison. Strange things are reported to happen out there. Detective Murphy takes a puff on his pipe. That place is haunted, he says. I know it sounds unprofessional, but I've had a file on the Marsden house for years, and I'm sure of it. He waves a folder in front of your eyes, and a phone number written on the front jumps out at you. It matches the one from your mysterious phone call. So, the call is related to your nightmares. Your psychic sense were right. Okay, so draw clue number 26. So, the clues are numbered. So go and find clue number 26. To discover your goal. Okay. Chapter 1 goal, get inside the Marsden house. Okay, we've got a goal. Back at home, you grab a bottle of water, boom, and your trusty pocket knife. Okay, prepare for a new investigation. Half hour later, you stand before the Marsden residence, which appears exactly as it did in your nightmares. The house's futuristic look is a strange contrast of antiquated appearance of the stone wall and the wrought iron gate, which is locked shut and wrapped in steel chains. Even though the air is balmy, a chill travels down your spine. Gathering clouds on the horizon hint at a brewing summer thunderstorm. Okay, so then if you search the wall for a way in, you go to story card number 13. If you climb the gate, you go to story card number 7. Okay, so at this point, you can do this as a solo game where you make all the decisions, or you can do this as a group where one person reads a card, and then the next person reads the next card, and you keep going around and you make decisions as a group. If there's no group consensus, then whoever read the card gets to make the decision. So in this case, I think we shall try to climb the gate. So this goes into the discard pile, and you're supposed to do it with the number side up. And so that was card number 7 for climbing the gate. Okay. You pull yourself over the rusting gate and land with a crunch on the gravel driveway leading towards the house. But before you can survey your surroundings, you hear a guttural sound coming from your left. You encounter a shadowy, hunched over figure emerging from the darkened doorway of a decrepit gatehouse. You can just barely make out the eyes and white fangs dripping with saliva. The figure crouches as if to spring forward at any moment. "Who's there?" you stammer. Suddenly, the creature lunges at you, snarling. You spot a guardhouse not far away. If you can get past the creature, you might be able to hide there. Or perhaps you should just turn and flee up the driveway towards the main house. Okay. So, there's a optional challenge. Fight the creature. If you win, you get to draw a clue. If you lose, you raise your danger meter by 2. So this is the danger meter. Now, you're going to be presented with challenges. Some of them are optional, some of them are not optional. And what you do with any challenge, you've got to roll your die. It's a standard D6, and it's got to be equal or greater to the value on the danger meter. Now, you can use a boost. If this symbol, and there's symbols for climbing, this one's the symbol for fighting, dexterity, perception, and strength. So these are the different symbols that can be on the cards, and you can use challenge boosters to help you beat the challenge. To use a challenge booster, you take the item and you put it in the challenge booster spot to show, the goal is supposed to be up here. Very nice. Okay, if you put the booster here, you get +1 to your roll. So now if I roll a 2 through 6, I win the challenge. If you roll a 1, see the reminders right here, no matter what, you lose the challenge regardless of the boosters you played, and you have to discard that booster and you can out of the game permanently and you don't get to use it again. So let's try the challenge. We're going to fight the creature, and we got screwed. Okay, so this would be completely out of the game. So that is quite unfortunate. And we lose, so we have to raise the danger meter by 2. 1, 2. And after the challenge, make the story choice below. So if you run into the guardhouse, go to story 19. If you run up the driveway, go to story card 8. So you would just continue through reading all of the cards, making the choices. As you go, your danger gets higher and higher if you continue to lose challenges, and it makes it harder and harder to win the challenges. If you get all the way up to here, then you get a -2 to your psychic scale. So you would go down 2 and then reset the danger meter back to 3. And so the higher you are on the psychic scale, the better you are at doing things in the story. Conceivably. I don't know. I haven't played this yet. But that is the basic gameplay. Let's see what other rules we need to remind ourselves of. After you finish your chapter, it's important to make a note of where you are on the psychic scale and keep all of your items that you have and any clues that you have separately, and don't mix them back into the box because you need to start chapter 2 at the place you are on the psychic scale and with your clues and items in order to be able to go forward. And that is quite important. And that is the basic gameplay of the House of Danger. Okay, this will be in the library at FlaMinGoCon. Come and check it out and have some story time for a nice haunted story time. I will hope to see you all in person at the next FlaMinGoCon. Be well.